Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G. So it's finally time to talk about my final leaderboard for Miss Grand International 2021! Yay! After following them for almost 3 weeks in Phuket and eventually in Bangkok, I must say this pageant system always outdoes its previous edition by coming out with top-notch production values talaga in all its pre-pageant activities and crucial events. I would also like to commend MGI then for coming out with two editions this year, something which is very hard to pull off nowadays given our world pandemic now. So it only goes to show that this pageant system is serious in its goal of becoming one of the international pageants to watch out for year in and out. And after watching the preliminary competition last night, I just became more excited to watch the finals later. So without further ado, here are my top 10 picks for Miss Grand International 2021. At number 10 is South Africa's John Van Dam. You know what? This woman really reminds me so much of Demi Lanell Peters and Francesca Hung combined. Yes, ngayon ko lang na-realize kamukha niya si Francesca. In a sea of fierce Latinas, this girl is such a breath of fresh air with her girl next door vibe and sweetness. I just super love her, especially with her swimsuit turn. As you can see, she was really clearly enjoying herself last night. I super love this girl. I hope she does well later. And next on my list is Cuba's Gazel Valiant. You know what? This woman is one of the two best from the Caribbean region. Yep. She is just damn so consistent with her performances on stage, from the swimsuit presentation to the national costume all the way to the prelims last night. Kayo ba ganun din ba pakiramdam nyo? I feel she is just in her element. Among all the three performances, I super enjoyed her turn in evening gown, as I think she had one of the best evening gowns of the night with that sexy gold cut out gown. So I really wouldn't mind seeing her getting to top 5 for a change. Ang galing niya for me. And now, let's go to my 8th spot, and I'm giving it to Dominican Republic's Stephanie Medina. You know what? She is one sassy Latina that people should really pay attention to. Granted, there are far more facially stunning Latinas than her. She more than made it up with her showmanship. And what I like about this girl is her very clean and strong catwalk, devoid of any hand racing or gimmick. Diba, napansin nyo? And if you want a straight up no nonsense pasarela, then this woman is really ready to give and serve it to you. So that and her consistency and her lovely evening gown choice make me believe that this woman is also one to watch out for. And next on my list is Puerto Rico's Viviani Arroyo. You know what? Puerto Rico has really been killing it in this pageant, and sending Viviani this year will make them continue the winning streak tomorrow. And I mean, have you seen her swimsuit turn? Grabe. I just love her there, as she was like a hurricane there. And I also love her elegance in her evening gown turn, although I wish she could have worn a better gown, as it's a gown that I had seen before from a fellow Puerto Rican contestant. Madison Barrios Anderson. So I am really hoping for a gown change for her. And now we go to my 6th spot, and I'm giving it to Mexico's Mariana Machas. You know what? Surprise! Am I the only one who thinks this Mexican woman could pull off an upset later on? I mean, I know I am ranking her 6th here, but part of me wishes secretly she would make it to top 5 later. I mean, her evening gown performance last night was so hard to be ignored, as she commanded so much power with that sexy see-through gown. And I also felt goosebumps when she finally came out on stage with that evening gown. And it was when it came naman to her swim performance, she was more amazing there with her bombshell persona, coming out with that fierce and sassy performance. I mean, this country narrowly missed the cut of top 5 last year, and I won't mind Mariana bringing it to Mexico this time around. So she was really strong all throughout the prelims last night. One of the best performances of the night. And now we go to my top 5, and number 5 on my list is Philippine Samantha Panlilio. You know what? I really have to give it to Samantha. This girl really did her homework and exceeded so much of our expectations last night. You can see that our Binibining Pilipinas title holder is very determined and hungry to become our first Miss Grand International winner with her show-stopping performances last night. I mean, that Rian Fernandez evening gown she wore was a stroke of genius as it not only paid homage to both Thai and Filipino cultures, but it gave her a very dramatic moment with that cape revealed through her pagoda shoulders attached to her gown. And when it came to her swim naman, that slow-mo twirl with her signature saucy flair just killed it for me. I mean, guys, she really performed, and it would really be a shame if this woman won't be given at least a top 5 placement later. Ganun talaga yung nararamdaman ko. And at this point, her height is no longer an issue for me as she was able to camouflage it with her brilliant aesthetic. I know Sampan will really make us proud as I can imagine her eating the microphone during the top 10 speech round as early as now. And if she aces that portion, she could easily make it to top 5. Now, once she gets to top 5, there is no doubt that she will showcase her wit and powerful communication skills there. I really think talaga na she will do an Elizabeth Clancy later. Someone whom we underestimated at the onset but came out roaring out in the end. So yeah, I have faith in Samantha that she can make us all proud by placing in the top 5 later. And number 4 on my list is Costa Rica's Adriana Moya. Oh gosh, isn't anyone on her not yet on her bandwagon right now? I mean, this girl just really confirmed her favoritism for the crown with her superb performances both in swim and evening gown last night. For me, she just screams so Victoria's Secret bombshell for me. She was literally everything during the preliminary competition last night. That's how perfect she is. And as a pageant veteran, there is nothing more to say about her except that she could even win the whole competition. And now we go to my top 3, and number 3 on my list is Brazil's Lorena Rodriguez. You know what, to be honest, I can't imagine a top 5 without this girl later. I mean, this girl also killed it on stage during the preliminary competition, and that evening gown performance in her red gown was just hauntingly memorable and beautiful. I mean, she just really has a strong stage presence. The impact of her stairs and turns, yung mga ganun niya, just really took my breath away last night. But what I love about her here is that she did not overdo her sexiness on stage. Granted, she is one. She went the elegant and sophistication route in her clean red gown with no slit or high cleavage against her, competing against her beautiful face instead. I hope this girl has killer communication skills talaga, as I feel this is the only aspect of the competition that is separating her from achieving her country's first Golden Crown. And runner-up to Miss Grand International 2021 for me goes to Indonesia's Sophia Rogan. You know how much I have loved this girl from the get-go, but I was quite disappointed with her turns last night. As I had said in my live session with you guys last night, I feel she suffered from poor styling on this most important day of the competition. I wish she could have sported a makeup lighter than the dark color she was made to wear, as it quite aged her. And it did not help that her hairstyle there was poorly fixed. Kayo ba ganun yung pakiramdam nyo? So just to give you an illustration how she could have aced this look last night, Sophia and her team should have taken inspiration from how Kylie Versosa did it with a similar look back in Star Magic Ball event 2 years ago. Here's a collage of them in their similar black evening gowns with those intricate detail. Look how Kylie did it with her hair and makeup here. She put her hair in a messy bun with a lighter shade of makeup. Tignan nyo, in a blush coral shade of lipstick to still make her face stand out while wearing a couture gown. And this is how I wish Sophia could have done it with her evening gown look. And part of the reason why the look did not hit home run for me or memorable was because of something that is also beyond her control. The colors of the backdrop of the stage in this round were white and black. Napansin nyo? And it did not help she was also wearing black. So she kind of blended in with the background, in my humble opinion. Now, had the background been the one used during the swimsuit segment of the competition, where it was red and yellow, her gown would have stood out. So see guys, this is what I am talking about when it comes to wearing black for evening gown. It's really risky as you have to consider so many factors beyond your control. And then another aspect, then I hope she could also clean up her passerelle as it was quite evident during her swimsuit. But you know what guys, having all these said, she is still a strong contender for me. All these improvement I want from her are very minor and could easily be remedied by her styling team. For me kasi talaga, she is just damn so beautiful, and it would be such a thrill for me to see her win her country's second golden crown later. So go Sophia, you can do it. Love from the Philippines. But my Miss Grand International 2021 goes to Colombia's Mariana Hamiloco. You know what? Ever since this stunning Colombian queen was appointed for this pageant, I knew that she would really, really kill it. I mean, her beauty just screams MGI. For me, she is such a beauty. I feel that the organizers would love to have to their fold with her luminous facial beauty and sexy body. I feel this girl could do no wrong in the pageant except if she flubs her Q&A, which I really doubt given her great communication skills, which I could attest to since I was able to interview her on my platform last year. I am really in awe with her beauty talaga. And the way she carried herself during the preliminary competition hit me right talaga. Hit the right balance for me na sweet and fierce. Now, my only issue with her is very minor as I feel her body is not as toned as compared with her other fellow Latina counterparts. But other than that, you just can't help but stare at her beautiful, delicate face all the time. And then when she performs, she just exudes the right amount of sexiness on stage. I mean, her country has been sending stellar women in this pageant for quite a few years now, and I really think she has what it takes to win her country's first golden crown. So there you go guys, what do you think about my MGI top picks for this year? Does it match yours? Well, if you notice guys, it's a Latina dogfight to the crown, in my humble opinion, as all that Latinas I feel just brought their A game last night. Pero syempre, alam ko hindi pa rin magpapahuli si Samantha Panlilio. I really can't wait for her pasabog gown tomorrow night. I mean, I know she really has something for us later. So let's wait and see. And sana umabot talaga siya sa top 5 because, alam mo yun, gustong-gusto ko talaga siyang manalo. Basta let's just manage our expectations and refrain from bashing the pageant organizers if it won't go our way again. And as early as now guys, matuto na tayo maging good sport. Basta ang importante, Sam performed to the best of her abilities while showcasing her heart for all of us to marvel at. Alright guys, see you on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like my social media platforms for more pageant news and updates. Bye!